All right, everybody. Right about now, what we're going to be looking at is solutions to the January 2022, which was just yesterday, the exam that went yesterday. Here it is. We're going to try to work out the solutions here right now. So just stay tuned. I will be right back. All right, welcome back. As you could see, it says answer all questions. All working must be clearly shown. Use a calculator or otherwise find the value of, number one, the exact value of 8.9 plus 31.6. And so as you could see, we are about to embark on this. All right, let us look at that. So we could just simply use our calculator to just do this quickly. So we're talking about 8.9, and we're adding that to 31.6. 8.9 plus 31.6. And that is going to land us, as you can, 40.5. So this at the top, we're getting 40.5. And then underneath, we have 0.75 being multiplied by 5.4. All right. And our response is 4.05. All right. So that's what we're getting. 4.05. And so finally, you could see right now, all right. So that's for the first part there. All right. So the answer for that is 10. We could have easily collected our marks for that. All right. So 10. 1 mark, 10. There we go. The next question is simply saying, let us zoom that up. This is what the question is saying. The value of 3.9 tan 18, all right, to 1 decimal place. One of the things that we really want to make sure is that our calculator is in degree. All right. So make sure that our calculator is in degree. So make sure you're looking at is 3.9. And that is going to multiply by the value of tan 18. So you put tan 18 on your calculator, 696. All right. Now, when that is being multiplied by 3.9, right? 1.267186815. But the question did say to 1 decimal place. We are focusing on this spot right here, 1 decimal place. So normally, whenever you're focusing on those spots, then you definitely would have to look at the digit to the right, which is a 6. So because this is a 6 to the right of the 2, we're going to be rounding up. So to 1 decimal place, we're looking for 1.3. All right. So that is our response, 1.3 right there. 1.3 right there. That's our response. So I would have just dropped my 1.3 on this line, right about now. 1.3 to 1 decimal place to call it that mark right there. All right, so we're moving on. So here's another question, right? So here's another question, and it reads as follows. It says Rhea is paid at a rate of $13.50 per hour. During a certain week, she worked 40 hours. All right, how much? So we want to know how much she earned that week. Key information, as we could see. Let us highlight those key information. 1, she's working at a rate of $13.50 per hour, and she worked for 40 hours. Definitely, we can just simply say, all right, so how much does she earn? So the money earned, right? The money earned in that time is going to equal to, as you could see, that $13.50 times the number of hours that she did, because she's working $13.50 per hour and she did 40 hours. So we multiply that by 40, and then our response is that this is about $540. And there you go again, writing that 540 there just to collect that 1 mark right there. Right, very good. Very, very good. All right, let's move further to see other things for that question. So other parts to the question says that Rhea worked 4 weeks. So we want to make sure that we make note of this, that Rhea worked for 4 weeks, right? So Rhea worked for 4 weeks in the month of August. So she worked 4 weeks in August. And her gross, so when everything comes together, she got $2,463.75 in August. All right. Her regular week comprised of 40 hours. So she's doing a 40-hour a week. All right. Job. On overtime, she's paid 1.5 times that hourly rate. All right. No problem. We want to show that Rhea's work 15 hours on overtime. So what we want to do then is to look at the fact that she worked 4 weeks. We already have 1 week pay up here. So 1 week pay was 540. So now let's look on this idea. She worked 4 weeks. So I'm just going to say for 1 week she worked $540. So then for 4 weeks, all right, we're definitely going to multiply 4 times that 540. It's normally $2,160. So that is what she would have earned ordinarily. So this is the basic wage that she would have gotten when she's not doing any overtime. But definitely we saw that overtime was done because she got more than that, right? So watch this. The gross is $24,63.75. This is the amount she made with overtime combined with her regular. So what we're going to do now is just to simply take out the regular from the total, and then we take away the basic from the gross. We're left with the overtime, I should say. So let us see what the overtime is. We're going to be subtracting 2160. All right. 160. All right. So she is making on overtime $303.75. All right. This is the overtime wage. Now, what we want to do now is to prove that it was 15 hours. So then the time and a half is going to be multiplied by our regular rate to give us the overtime rate. So I'm just putting the overtime rate right here. So on overtime, she's not working for $13.50. She's working for $13.50 times 1.5. So she's now working $20.25 per hour. All right. This is what she's working on overtime. Now, let us now divide this 303.75 by 20.25. And then definitely we should get the 15 hours that she had worked on overtime. Will land us 15 hours. And this is overtime hours. All right. Very good. So that is how we put that together as it relates to the work that she did on overtime. We proved that it was for 15 hours as they had suggested there. All right, let's move on to the other part of the question. Let's see what's going on here. All righty. All right. Now we went further. It says in August, 20% of Rhea's gross salary was deducted as tax. How much money does she have left after the deduction? Let's go back for her total money, not to make any mistake. We're looking at 2,463, all right, 0.75, 2463.75. So let's go back. All right, so we're talking about her gross, we just saw that, was $2,463.75. So that is her gross. Read the question. It says in August, 20% all right, was deducted as tax. So we want to find 20% of this. All right, no problem. So you can find, so the question wants to know how much money is actually left. There are two ways you can do this. You can find 80% of this and you're fine. Or you could find 20% and take it from it. So let us say we're finding 20% of it. All right, so 20% of that. So we're talking about 2463.75. And you're multiplying that by 20 and divide it by 100. And you're going to get 20% to work itself out to $492.75. So this is the 20%. So we're going to subtract it. So definitely 2463.75 subtract 492.75. So we're subtracting that deduction that they had said. 492.75 is being subtracted. And that is going to leave her with $1,971. So that's one way to approach this. Let us just look on a second approach. We can approach this by the fact that if 20% comes out, then she will be left with 80%. That means if I find 80% of 2463.75, I should get the same response. So let us put it together. We still get that $1,971. That's what is left after the deduction. All right. So there it is. There is that. Let's look on the last piece now, part 4. So this last question that we're doing now, it says, Rhea invested $219. So that is what we call our principal, the money invested. So $219 was invested for 3 years. So the time was 3 years at a rate of 4.5% per annum. Simple interest. That's what we're dealing with. Simple interest. As the question said, how much interest does she receive after 3 years? So the simple interest formula says that P times R times T over 100 would tell you how much money is made over whatever period of time. So in this case, we have 219 times 4.5 times 3 all over 100. So all we have to do is to use our calculators to work out these values very quickly, right? So in doing that, we have this. All right, so 219 times 4.5 times 3, that's going to land us 2956.50. So 2,956.50 over 100. So divide that by 100, and definitely we're looking at 29.565, but money is always to 2 decimal places, so it's 29.57 cents. So that's the interest that would have been earned over that period of time. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share this video, and the rest will be coming out soon.